Some of you have been asking how to mask the CS logo in CS4. And the problem is the CS team has removed their logo from the studio in CS4 and CS3. I had to go to CS Pro, the Pro version, and 1.0 to find those images. They used to be a part of the SVG images. And what I mean by that is if you go to the studio right here, click on shapes, and then you open the drop-down menu, and then you go to basic shapes. It was part of the list of images that we have here. So those are all, SVG images that we can use to create masks and mask those shapes with other elements or assets like characters and images in the studio, right? But now, again, the CS team has removed the CS logo from this list for some reason. So what I found was their older version of their logo that actually looks like this. So this is basically what you're looking at on the canvas right here. And I was able to find this in one of the pre-made scenes. So when you go to the studio, to the main menu right here, and then you type in logo, like so, you're going to scroll down and you're going to find, pre-made scenes with the CS logo that come in the older version, as you can see with its colors. So for those who are not aware, CS 1.0 and 2.0 and 3.0, they had different versions of their logo and colors. The latest logo color is the purple one that you usually see everywhere, right? So basically, I was able to extract this image from the pre-made scene, and I cannot mask this with other images, right? So I'm going to show you that. I'm going to go to the studio one more time right here, go to backgrounds, open 3D, and then I'm going to type in graffiti, for example, like so. I'm just going to drop the image that I want to use and drop it below the CS logo right here, and then scale it up to make it a full width, like so. And now if you look at the timeline, if I try and select both of them, right click, I only have the option to group, lock, or even delete. Why? Because it's just an image. So the CS logo is a JPG, is a PNG image actually, that cannot be masked with other elements. If I try and use, track matte, for example, I select the logo right here, and then I'm going to go to track matte, as you can see, open the drop-down menu and choose image. This is what I get. The type is Luma. If I change this to alpha, this will disappear. It'll just keep the logo in its colors and nothing will show up. But if you go back to Luma, this is what it's going to look like. It's still going to show the colors as an overlay of the logo. And inside, you'll still be able to see the background. If you try and move the logo around, you'll see different parts of the background, which is okay, right? But it's not bad. So if you want to use it that way, it's really up to you. But I'm going to show you how you can create a custom CS logo and be able to save it to mask it, whenever you want in any of your projects. So I'm just going to delete the mask right here. I'm going to delete the image as well. And then we're going to start drawing a custom mask to mimic this CS logo. So we're going to use the pen tool for that. And I'm going to click on the plus sign on top right here, and then use the pen tool. So activate that, and then we're going to start drawing. So in order to start zooming in or zooming out, you can use the scroll button on your mouse to scroll up and down to zoom in or zoom out. Let's say if I want to zoom in on that part of the logo, I just hover over it with my mouse, scroll up, and then that way I can zoom in. I can scroll down and I zoom out. If I want to zoom onto a different area, like this one, for example, I hover over it, scroll up, and then now this is how I zoom in, scroll down, this is how I zoom back out, right? So let's just start by drawing our mask. I'm going to start from this corner right here, the yellow corner right there. I'm going to click with my mouse to add my first dot of my path line. Then I'm going to go for a straight line for the next corner right here, like so. And then now I need to have a curved line. Now for this to have a seamless curved line that you can easily adjust, you're going to need to split this arc into two path lines. So we're going to go to the middle of the curve or the arc right here, like so, and then click to add another dot, which will create another path line like so, a straight line. Now we're going to go on to the next one, which is the corner of the logo right there. Now I have two lines, as you can see. I want to turn those into a curved line. So all I'm going to do next is I'll simply a single click between the line, like so. This will add a Bezier, allowing you to drag this and turn it into a curved line. From here, you could just click on that little dot, hold lift click with your mouse, drag it until you can adjust the position of it. Next, what you want to do is simply use the handle, which basically are the two little dots that you can see here that allows you to adjust the curve angle like so, right? So what you want to do next is click on the one on the right side to adjust the angle. And there you have it. Now I want to go for the next one. So I'm going to click between the lines one more time right here to turn this into, or to add the Bezier first, and then drag it so I can turn it into a curved line. And it seems perfect actually. I don't need to play with the handles. Next, in order to continue drawing our mask, we need to make sure that we select our latest dot that we created, which is this one, or placed. And then we're going to go for a straight line that's going to go all the way right here. Now we need to go for another straight line right there. Zoom out. Now again, same issue right here. We need to have two path lines. So I'm going to go for the middle of the arc right there. And then go to another one right here. And it would be much easier for me to adjust the angles. I tried with one path line throughout, and it just took a little bit of time. So I wanted to make it a lot easier for you. So here I'm going to select or click between the line right there. So I can add the Bezier, drag it, and then adjust the curve from, or using the handles like so. Go on to the next one, or the second handle right here, adjust the angle like so. And there you go. Now I need to go for the second line. Click between, drag it like so, use the handles like this, adjust the Bezier angle like so, until I have a perfect curved line. Now, again, like I said, remember to go for the final dot that you place so you can continue drawing. Next, I'm going to go for a straight line over here. And now we have this semicircle inside. So we need to divide this into 3 lines. So we're going to go for a line that's going to go in here, right there. And then I'm going to go for another one that's going to go right here. And then the final one is going to be right there. So now I have 3 lines. Like I said, I want to turn those into curved lines. Easy. You just click between the line, add the Bezier, simply drag it, and use the handles to adjust the angle, like so. Another one right there, like so. And we are almost done. Next one, click between, right there, drag it, use the handle, adjust the angle, like so. Right here, I guess it's perfect. Now I need to click on the middle of this line as well. Add the Bezier, simply drag it, like so. And then make sure that my final dot is a perfect match so that when I connect it, it just doesn't look awkward at the end, right there. So now I have a perfect shape drawn. In order to connect all these dots and path lines, what I want to do is simply go to the left panel. Above the timeline, there are 2 buttons, Connect Shape and Exit Pen Tool. We need to click on the Connect Shape, and voila, now we have a perfect CS logo in SVG format that I can mask with backgrounds and other stuff. So now what you want to remember before, leaving this is go to the settings panel, and then you'll find by default that there was a border as, for 3 pixels that was created. You need to take that off, right? So you want to use a slider to take the border width and make it 0 instead of 3 pixels, right? So we're good to go. Now you can safely delete the original CS logo, and we're good to go. So here, this is what I want you to do next. In order not to have to draw the CS logo every time you want to use it in any of your projects, what you can do is simply right-click the CS logo in the timeline, group it by itself, and then you can right-click again and then save to my scenes. That way, it'll be saved up and ready for you to use anytime you want and in any of your projects. You can see I already saved one in red color. And yes, you can change the color of it. Let's just go back and ungroup this in the timeline. You can see here, since it's a path, it's an SVG image, right? It acts like the rectangle shape, the circle shape, the triangle, and so on. So you can go to the color here, and you can change it to any color you want, right? I could go purple, I could go pink, I can go red. You can even turn this into a gradient one, right? So if you have a preset, you can actually change that and adjust the angle and play with colors the way you want. But this is not our goal, really. Our goal was to show you how to mask the CS logo with other layers or backgrounds in the CS4. So now I'm going to go back to my studio. All right, right there. This is my background that I'm going to use. Feel free to use whatever background you want. I'll use this graffiti number 3, drag it below the logo right there. Make sure it is scaled up full width like so. And then you can simply just select both in the timeline, right click, mask, and voila. Now you have your mask ready and it just looks amazing like so. You can of course resize it, place it wherever you want in your scene. You can create animations for it using custom animation or preset motions. It's really up to you. But I hope you found this helpful. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you on the next one.